My name is Greg Geist. I'm the Director of Clackamas Water Environment Services. Thank you for coming out today for the groundbreaking of the Three Creeks Protected Area Floodplain Enhancement Project. It's a special day and I just appreciate seeing you all out there. So today I'm going to make a few quick remarks. Gail Shalom, the project manager for WES, is going to speak. We're going to have Commissioner Diana Helm say a few words, and then finally Councilor Christine Lewis from Metro. But first I have a whole bunch of thank yous to give, so let me get through this, please. I want to thank the elected officials and the VIPs, Mayor Milch, Christine Lewis and Diana Helm. I saw Mayor Lisa Beatty in the crowd. Oh, Commissioner Savas, sorry, Paul. And as well as Representative Dobson, I think is here. Yes, just met you, sorry. We also have Greg DiLoretto, the chair of our advisory committee, WES Advisory Committee, and Colleen Rockwell, who's also a member of WES's Citizen Advisory Committee. So happy to have them here. So at WES, we're all about collaboration and partnerships, and this is a perfect example of a project that reflects that in action. So some of our partners here, in no particular order: Confederated Tribes of the Grand Ronde, Bob's Red Mill, the Clackamas Partnership, North Clackamas Parks and Recreation District, Trackers Earth, Clackamas Community College, Linwood Neighborhood Association, Lower Columbia River Estuary Partnership, Ecology in Classrooms and Outdoors, Clackamas Web Academy, and Metro. And Metro, actually through their Nature in the Neighborhoods grant program, contributed $620,000 towards this about $3 million project, so thank you very much for that. So most people know WES because of our wastewater treatment facilities, and we work hard every day to protect public health and the environment and make clean water and other good stuff. But we also, in a big part of Clackamas County, the urbanized area, do stormwater management and stream restoration. And so this is a project that really reflects not just WES's values, but the values of the community that we proudly serve. And we know that because we ask the community on a regular basis what they do value, and it's stuff like this. And so we're just so happy to be here. So the three creeks that converge on this about 80 acres property behind me have suffered for decades of urban development, and they're not in good shape. Today we're starting to heal the wounds, so to speak, and it's days like today that remind me that I have the best job in the world because I get to work with wonderful people and partners like you and everybody at WES. So thank you for being here today, and I'll turn it over to Gail. Oh, shoot, I forgot to thank Nick. So Nick Koval, a WES employee, keeps our procurement process running. He's the one, he does woodworking and engraving in his spare time, and he put these together to commemorate the project today. So thank you, Nick.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gail Shalom. Can people in the back hear me? Okay. As Greg said, most people know WES for wastewater management, and we're kind of synonymous with clean water and water quality. And clean water is one really important aspect of watershed health. We also work on watershed health and stream health. So what makes a healthy stream? Well, tangled roots that are gripping the soil, holding together a stream bank, a wide riparian buffer with plants at all the different levels, of different sizes and ages, shading the water to keep it cool, branches of old trees falling, leaving snags that can be used by native insects and birds, leaves and sticks that can accumulate on the forest floor, gradually degrading and forming soil that's nice and fluffy so it can store lots of water. A stream that's connected to its floodplain, so in times of heavy rain it can overflow and allow the water to gradually sink into the soil and slowly seep back to the stream channel in times of low flow when we need it the most. Logs from fallen trees protruding into the stream, breaking up the flow of water in a heavy rain so the water's not just rushing through, allowing pools to form, and providing respite for salmon and other fish. We need water that's cold and clean, enough for young juvenile salmon to rear and be able to finish their migration downstream, and clean gravel inviting the returning salmon to build a redd and spawn when they return upstream. So you'll see some of these elements now in Mount Scott Creek, and we will see more as our contractor builds riffles into the stream bed and anchors logs into the banks. These features will mimic what the stream was like before the watershed was developed, before we had as much pavement as we have now. They'll provide nooks and crannies for fish and other aquatic organisms to take refuge. And they also slow the flow of water, allowing the stream to overflow more often so that we can keep more of the water on our site rather than have it rushing downstream. Wes has owned the Three Creeks property for about 13 years now, and we've just been maintaining it, making sure the water control structure is functioning, trying to keep weeds at bay with our partners from North Clackamas Parks and Recreation District, and really waiting for the opportunity to restore the site and return the creek to a more natural condition. And now finally the time has come. For those who can stay for the tour, we'll show you the degraded stream channel so you can see why we're doing what we are, and ask you to imagine what it will look like post-construction, and we'll invite you back later so that you can see it beginning to become healthy again. Let's see, Greg already thanked all of our partners and supporters, I think. I can add thank you to neighbors and residents who attended meetings when we started the process and gave us your input, and also to those who have volunteered over the years. We've had many volunteers planting trees, cleaning up trash, and we thank them as well. And I've also been told to tell a joke, so that might be a bigger laugh than I actually get, but what did the fish say when it swam into a wall? Damn. All right, and now I would like to introduce Clackamas County Commissioner Diana Helm.
Don't feel bad, Gail. I have one of those too. Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be here at this very important groundbreaking. As a representative of the Board of County Commissioners, which serves as the West Board of Directors, we are very pleased that this Three Creeks Protected Area Floodplain Enhancement Project is finally happening. I'd like to start off by thanking Greg Geist and his management team and all West staff for their leadership and professionalism that made today a reality. As the former chair of the West Advisory Committee, I got to work closely with the West team for many years. I can attest to their professionalism and dedication to protect health, public health, and support the vitality of our communities, natural environment, and the economy. Since the first iteration of the county's strategic plan about 10 years ago, the Board of County Commissioners has always made supporting a strong infrastructure a key priority. While this isn't a new outfall pipeline, road, or bridge, this really is an infrastructure project. It's an example of what we call nature-based solutions. To manage runoff, use natural materials and natural processes to improve water quality and habitat. The actions that Wes has taken over the course of many years is exactly what this priority is about. Wes is dedicated to building strong infrastructure with every action it takes, including today. And hey, do you know why streams are poor planners? They prefer to go with the flow. Yeah, you can groan, it's okay. I did too. Thankfully, though, we have Wes to do the planning. Thoughtful planning is key. A commitment to solid infrastructure doesn't happen overnight. I hope it isn't lost on anyone that this project is part of Wes's 5-year capital improvement plan. That plan, one of many excellent resources available to the public, outlines exactly how Wes is spending ratepayer money, why we are doing it, and how it keeps our community healthy. That's precisely what you want from your government agencies: transparency and results. And Wes has a sparkling history of delivering just that. It's not just me saying that. West received the 2025 Outstanding Member Agency Award from the Oregon Association of Clean Water Agencies. And I know for a fact from serving on the board or the advisory committee for so many years, they have received numerous awards for many things, for the many projects they've worked on. It's a true honor to serve on the Clackamas County Board of Commissioners on days like this when we get to celebrate actions and projects that benefit ratepayers and the community as a whole. And not just the human community, but our fish and wildlife, our trees and wetlands, and our lands and nature in general. I got to go on this tour. It's been a blur since COVID, right? Was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago to go on this hike? This is it's just a pristine area back here. It's pristine now. I can't imagine what it's going to be like when this project is finished, but it's not seen by most of us. It's an 89-acre site, which we drive by it every day and have no idea it's even there. So I'm super excited to see this go forward. Thank you all for joining us today. And now I'd like to introduce Metro Councilor Christine Lewis.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Helm. Okay, I'm gonna get it out of the way. What do you get when you cross Mount Scott, Phillips, and Dean Creeks? Wet feet! When I'm not a stand-up comic, I have the honor of representing this community on Metro Council, so that's all the time. And we at Metro are so excited to be here today as a funder, but more importantly as a partner, really lifting up the local leadership that's gotten us to this day. I'm grateful to this community that supports Three Creeks and has been a steward for so long. Aside from being here as a champion because it's my district, it is an example, it's exemplar of what we try and do with our nature and neighborhood grants and with our investments in parks and nature across the region. Metro Parks program doesn't do ball fields. We really focus in on big nature close to home, on clean water, on riparian, on taking care of animals. And when we take care of those animals in natural areas, we know we're taking care of ourselves. So the bond has been voted on by voters, but it's our job as elected officials to make sure those dollars go back to the voters so that they can use and benefit. And no project like this, no project more than this, meets those high standards. So the $620,000 that Metro contributed to this project was from our Nature and Neighborhood Grant, and it was from the 2019 bond. So in 2019, voters said yes to nature, yes to parks close to home. And we didn't award this project until 2023. And 2023 was coming out of the pandemic, and it was our most competitive grant cycle. It was extremely competitive. We had lots of applicants, we had lots of good projects, lots of them very deserving, but this was the best. So it received the most funds out of any project that year. Out of the 7 projects we selected, this one got the largest dollar support, and it's exactly what Metro stands for. Working to improve and restore the banks of this confluence is good for the land, good for animals, and good for people. We stand in the middle of an extraordinary 89-acre tract of land surrounded by commercial and industrial development, and we want to see it thrive. It's connected to community college, high transit corridor, affordable housing, neighborhoods where people have lived for generations. By allowing Mount Scott Creek to swell and overflow, we will keep the floodwaters here where they should be, where they belong, instead of flowing downstream and potentially causing danger and damage. We improve the creek, wetlands, and trees and vegetation that together create a critical habitat so rare in an urban environment. That habitat, in turn, is home to beavers, deer, otter, fish, endangered salmon, and on sunny days and nice days like today, it's our home too. Gail was really nice and reminded me that I brought my kid here on a hike in a backpack. And that was an arduous trek, and I kind of blocked it out because it was a little bit arduous to have a kid on your back. I just can't wait for him to come back here. Not in a backpack next time. And I can't wait for that generation to not know this as what it is now, but to know it as accessible, to know it as a healthy and a good place to learn about big, important things like streams and water, being connected to nature, animals, and all of the values that we hold so dear, but sometimes struggle to find close to us in the urban environment. So I can't wait to hold up the plaque thing, celebrate, and thank you to everybody here who's been part of the effort so far and will be part of the construction to come. Back to you, Greg.
All right, they did theirs, so I'm going to do mine. Why doesn't water ever laugh at my jokes? They're too dry. And with that, we're going to do a tour. First, the elected folks and the people that spoke today will have come up. We'll take a quick picture. Gail with Wes and Lauren with NCPRD are going to lead tours, so find one of them if you want to do the tour. And again, thank you so much for coming out. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to bring you back when it's done.